Hi everybody, and welcome to Momentum. The team and I are going to be working on our very own documentary series this year, where we dive into each player and their matches. I really hope you all enjoy this series, and if you do, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thank you again, and here's the first episode in our series, Momentum.
Last year on St. Ambrose Men's Tennis.
Es el Duco y uno. El Duco con el Asan con el Shesan con el Duco. Ya supiste, mami.
La firma pa' los cheques pa' mí porque yo lo gané. Un depto en Miami, una casa pa' mamá, el resto lo gasté. Esperaban que me caiga, no querían que ganara, pero nunca bajé. Querían cerrar el contrato y tener sus ganancias y se las dupliqué. El pilo de saco lo dejo en partículas, tiro para atrás como la cutícula. Al lado de mi vida cualquiera es ridícula, me voy pa' España, rompí la península. Ustedes en el banco, yo soy el titular, foto portada, yo soy el titular. Me odio y me amo porque soy un bipolar. Quiero mentira, no tengo vesícula. Si quieren trabajo que me llame, soy el boss. Unos pares ya se fueron, mami, quedaron explode. De lo que para los hoteles, de los hoteles para los shows. Unos pares me llaman la voz de una generación. Muy buenas opiniones, pero nadie las pidió. Me merezco más respeto, fui yo que lo consiguió. Ya les había avisado que tenía la bendición. Tengo gente que cotiza cuánto vale una oración. Vale más que tu show, que tu flow, tu carrera. Te llenamos los estadios, mami, eso que toca afuera ya no me puede frenar, el tender Duco no espera. Estamos en la cabeza, parecemos la New Era. El mejor de mi peso, Mohamed Ali. Mi antes no lo entiende, no jode Dani. Cápsula del tiempo pa' subir aquí. Mucho entrenamiento, Super Saiyajin. BBA, colores en la chain. Como los ositos Haribo. Mil deseos sin padrino mágico, vuelo el Atlántico, ¿qué? En cada grano de mi fe, hay fe de mis fanáticos. Ahora me dice leyenda y entero un lunático. Con el micro siempre en red. Con la musa no existe el horario. De mi estado mental tributario no horario. Sé que el futuro es de mis pies. Miles de metros a diario. Alimento mi modo diablo, siempre mal es necesario.
Saludos a todos los fanáticos míos de Argentina. Estos cabrones están pendientes del resultado y en verdad se olvidan del proceso. La linda,
We'll get started here real quick. I won't make this too long. I just got a few items here to go over. So welcome back, St. Ambrose Tennis, welcome back. Give yourself a round of applause. Practice time. You all got the schedule there. I think that's going to work out okay for the first 4 weeks. If you don't have a car, try to get together with somebody who does have a car. The fundraiser that we did in the spring, we're going to do again here in a week. So I'm hoping to get you guys some hooded sweatshirts with some of that money, and then hopefully use that for the spring break trip. I'm looking at some different destinations, March 15th to the 20th, which will be the dates. So looking at maybe South Carolina or San Diego or Miami. So depending on how much money you guys raise, like maybe go somewhere a little nicer or maybe stay a little longer. Our first matches are September 6th and 7th. It'll be an overnight. We'll probably leave on Friday night and drive to Madison and then stay overnight and go to Stevens Point and back to Madison. It should be a fun fall. It's going to be a short season. It's only going to be 7 weeks long, I think. 7 matches. We all play. Men and women play at the same time. We'll travel together. We'll play our home matches together. Play at North Scott. I think we have a good schedule lined up. It's pretty favorable to have a winning fall season. Kind of get prepared for the spring. So I think that's all I got. You guys got the schedules. If you need to meet with me one-on-one, I'll stay here for a little bit. Otherwise, I'll be in my office tomorrow morning about 9:30.
I'm Cade. I'm a senior here at Ambrose. I play tennis.
I'm Gabe. I'm from Peru, and I'm a returning player from St. Ambrose University.
Hello, I'm Sebastian. I'm from Colombia, and I'm a returning playing from St. Ambrose.
My name's Jackson Eisenbarth from Marshalltown, Iowa, and I'm a returning tennis player here at St. Ambrose.
I'm Austin Hutton. This is my second year here at St. Ambrose. I'm a senior from Davenport, Iowa. Graduated from Davenport Central, and really excited to be back for my senior year.
I'm Marcus Lang. I'm a returning player to St. Ambrose University, and I'm from East Moline.
Hey, my name is Esteban Rocha. I'm from Lima, Peru. I'm 22 years old.
I'm Miguel Sampaio. I'm a returning player for St. Ambrose, and I'm from Brazil.
How important was tennis to you growing up?
It was very important, especially, throughout my high school years, 13 onwards. It was a sport that I played every day, that I started late, so I always had to, play more than other people, or at least try more than other people. That's what I was aiming to do. So it was always very important. I always loved playing tennis. Sometimes, I woke up like, I don't want to play today, or I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, but it was very important to me. It was the sport I've played the most throughout my life, and it's kind of my job right now, so yeah.
So I've been a part of the team for 4 years now. Started freshman year. Honestly, I had no intention of playing until high school. I needed a sport to play in the spring, and just decided maybe tennis would be a good fit, and I really enjoyed it. That summer I took lessons, and I kind of fell in love with it, and then just started playing ever since. I've gotten more into like watching pro players and just being more involved in the sport, so really enjoy it.
For me, growing up with tennis was pretty big. I think I started when I was around 8 years old. I didn't play a whole lot, but I went to a tennis club, and then I got into high school and I started playing for varsity. I played number one all 4 years, which is kind of hard because every school where I grew up had at least one really good player, so I didn't win a whole lot, but it was still pretty fun growing up playing tennis. Was there anyone back home who really influenced your tennis career?
I would say my parents and my coach, like they always support me. They always look for me, look for what was best for me, like for coaches and practices and everything.
Yeah, my first coach, his name was Percy. He really influenced me, and as a tennis player, but also as a person, because he was like a second dad to me. He helped me with a lot of problems that I had in the past. So he was a really important person for me.
I definitely say my parents, probably my dad more so, because he was more involved, but I gotta give credit to my mom. But yeah, my dad always helped me with, any of the sports that I played, tennis included. I played with him. He was kind of like my personal coach when I was just hitting with my friends who are, of a similar level or sometimes better. He would help them, so it'd be, a mutual relationship on top of the friendship. And yeah, he just helped me out with, tips for my mentality, for my game, on a technical level or on a tactical level. So yeah, my dad mostly.
How do you mentally and physically prepare during preseason?
I just practice a bit back home. Mentally, I think right now I'm pretty strong. It's like one of my strongest things. So I think I'm ready for the season.
How I prepare, I try not to think much. I just try to go out there and play. Just don't think about much. Like that's been my key to not throwing my racket like Rocha or Gabe. But just getting in a flow for sure. That's why warm-up is a huge part of how I play and how I compete.
Well, preseason's always a grind. That's probably the hardest part of the year, honestly, without matches, because I love competing. Physically, I would say a lot of training, a lot of lifting, a lot of the building that muscle, because during the season, more of what would be your lifting days are your recovery days. so I can't do as much of that in season when we have matches. We didn't really travel at all last fall. We only had one away match, and it was on a Friday. So I feel like that's a big difference this year, is that we're doing a little bit more. So I think I definitely have to prepare myself for what that could bring challenges with school, I guess.
Is there anything specific you're working on to improve for the fall season?
Yeah. My backhand definitely needs work, and then my approach as well. I want to be a more aggressive player this year. I want to try to just be more active on the tennis court, not being back as much, trying to play up, trying to approach, and trying to be a better doubles partner too.
I didn't really start playing tennis until, actually playing until I was almost 18 years old. I grew up most of my life in a town where tennis wasn't a sport. There were 2 courts were cracked. Every once in a while I'd go hit with my dad, but I didn't have the form or anything. It was just just popping it up. But it's probably easier to say what I'm not focusing on, because pretty much everything. I pretty much need to focus on everything improvement-wise. Like I said, started late, don't have the best fundamentals, so pretty much every aspect of the game I need to focus on, I guess, getting better and just growing every day at some aspect of the game.
I'm trying to improve my discipline. I want to go more to practice. I want to improve a little bit more in my power on my game. I want to play more aggressive. I feel that this previous season I was playing too defensive, so I want to improve more on my power, on my approaches and everything.
My role on the team this year is, there's a few of them. So, one, I drive them a lot everywhere. A lot of the players, mostly the internationals, my homies. 2, I'm doing this documentary series, so this is kind of my job now, and I'm gonna be putting a lot of time and effort into it, making sure it's top tier, and yeah.
Well, this season, the last one, I'm the captain. Everyone knows it. She knows it.
What about off the court?
Off the court, I'm always trying to help people. I'm a really friendly guy, I guess. I'm always trying to people to improve in their lives, help them, basically.
I think it's a lot like last year, more camaraderie, just more than anything. I tend to get along with the majority of the group and the girls team as well, so it's kind of bringing that camaraderie between everybody in our program. So I think that's kind of my role off the court. On the court, I think I'll be a contributor at times. I'm not sure yet. Definitely battling for one of those last few spots. So I think, I can contribute on the court as well. Definitely taking on more of a leadership role this year than I had in the past. Definitely being more outspoken than last year, obviously. We have a lot of good leaders in the room, though, so
How do you think we'll compare this year to how we played last year?
I think we'll be a lot better. I think team chemistry will be high, which results in players playing for each other. I think we'll be able to kind of dominate in that aspect, knowing that we have teammates behind us cheering for us. I think that's going to help, as well as we add a lot more talent this year. So I think we'll be pretty good.
I think we lost some important players like Jaime, but we have some new guys, some new recruits like Emilio, like Shingai, that can really help us during the season. We also got some new Americans that they are also really good, that can help us.
I think everyone is more constant. Everyone is putting more balls into the court. Everyone is more thinking more of the points, taking more time. Also everyone is changing the rhythms, more aggressive than more defensive when everyone is need to, and everything.
Is there any match or moment from last year that really sticks with you, bad or good?
From the last year? I mean, it's not from last year, it's from always. I think there's always been like a rivalry between St. Ambrose and Grandview. It's always been like that. I think it'll be a great opportunity to take revenge, I can say.
I'd say like the first match that I played that was actually counted. Like I said, I actually never really played singles at all in high school. It was only JV doubles. And so being able to compete and then actually even be able to win that was pretty cool.
How do you balance school and tennis? And have you ever felt like the pressure of school has affected your game?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's hard to balance two things, like school and then collegiate sport. I think we're gifted to be able to play a sport in college, and there's definitely been times where tennis has gotten in the way, where it's affected my grades or affected me emotionally, just having a lot on your back. But it's you learn to adjust to it. You learn to adjust and figure things out, balance things better as a senior. So
I just try to be a good student as much as I can, because I'm not a huge nerd. I'm not a genius, so it doesn't come that easily to me. But my major is not the hardest, business. So I just do my homework, try to do everything on time. I try my best there, and I try to keep it separate from tennis. Whenever I have to miss a class because of tennis, that sucks, but it is what it is. And I haven't struggled that much so far. And I don't really think it has affected my tennis part, the tennis part of my life. It's just, if I'm doing badly at a class, it's just because I hate that class, or the professor is bad, or I'm just bad at it. And the Miguel that plays tennis is still playing tennis, and it's completely disconnected from the Miguel that goes to class.
We've been lucky enough in our program here that I feel like our balance with school and tennis is really good. I don't feel like I'm ever too stressed out with tennis or school, honestly. The only thing that just naturally comes with playing is the travel. But at the end of the day, that's just part of the sport. So I don't feel like school has really affected my game. Obviously, there are some days where I'm more stressed out or I have more going on versus other days. But no, I don't feel like it has. I feel like I can separate those two pretty well. And when I'm on the tennis court, it's all tennis.
How does tennis compare here to how it was back home, and how you had to adapt to the changes?
Yeah, I had to get a new game style, let's say, because back home we use a lot of topspin because we play in red clay, and here we play in hard court. So back home I played with a lot of topspin, and I use a lot of drop shots, slices, those type of shots. And here I play more like flat shots, and I approach more to the volley because the points are shorter.
I just hate it when I'm playing tennis in the fall, which is this semester. And, it's one of the last matches that we have. And it just gets so cold that we shouldn't really be out there, but we still are. And I'm wearing like 3 layers of clothes that I have to take off gradually in a match. That sucks. But apart from that, it's been pretty good.
What about the court side of that, like different style courts?
I think they're just being the same. In Brazil, specifically in Rio, I've played in a bunch of different kinds of hard courts. So when it comes to, adapting my play style to it, it's not the hardest. So I guess, the courts are nicer. Like, they're more well maintained. Brazil is not the richest country in the world.
It is really different because where I'm from, like the altitude is pretty high, so the ball is really fast. And I played like my whole life in clay courts, so like the surface is different too, and all of that affects the game. I would say like after a few months playing here like, with the team and everything, you get used to the hard courts. It's not the same. I mean, I would still say that I play better than in clay courts, but I'm really good in hard courts too.
Here I feel like it's more the culture of how tennis started, like a social game. Like everyone is so nice to everyone. Like everyone is like super like educated. Everyone follow the rules. Like it's a gentleman game.
Prefer singles or doubles more, and why?
I think I prefer singles right now. You know, getting older, you just kind of rely on yourself more, and singles is just you against yourself. Sure, there's an opponent there, but if you're playing the best tennis of your life, you're most likely gonna win. So it's just that fight that you have with you to, you know, try to be the best version of yourself. Doubles is very fun if you have a good partner, if you have a good playing style, if you have, you know, good chemistry, and that comes with time. But throughout most of my life, I prefer doubles because I had a dedicated partner. He was a great guy, great friend. We played really well together. But nowadays, I'd say singles.
So when I started, I honestly hated singles. I was more of a doubles player. I think I played better in doubles. But I feel like my mindset has switched a little, just with learning how to play and knowing that I can hit those shots and not that my teammate have to rely on him. I still like doubles, but I like singles more now.
I like doubles better because when I play doubles, I have more fun than I do playing singles. I think singles, I take it more seriously. It's not that I don't take doubles serious, but I enjoy more playing doubles because you have a partner, you communicate more. It's not that you're alone in the court in a 1v1. You can have more fun and doing volleys, and you're more active. Like, you have to be more locked in playing doubles, and that's what I like.
What has been the hardest part of living in a different country, specifically the United States?
I would think the food, because like back home in Colombia, like the food is really different. I'm really used to home cooked meals, so CAF and everything. It was a really big change.
A big change in my life has been the food because I miss my food, like the food of my country.
I think it's just the cold, because it gets cold in the winter here. In Brazil, the coldest it gets is what, 60 Fahrenheit? Here, I don't even want to talk about it.
I think being apart, like being far away from my family, and also from my friends, and like my brother, my coaches, like pretty much my culture.
If you couldn't play tennis, what sport do you think you would play?
I think I would play soccer.
Soccer. That's for sure, 100%. I really love soccer. I think I've played soccer even before I started playing tennis when I was 5 years old. And yeah, I'm really passionate about soccer. I think even more than tennis, but I just watch soccer on the TV and sometimes when I go back home. But I would really like to do both sometime in my life.
I think I would play soccer because like most of the members of my family play soccer, and like I feel more that it's like a culture that has been on my family like for a while. So like I know how to play it since I'm a kid. So if it's not tennis, I think I will be a soccer player.
If you could play doubles with any pro, who would it be?
Roger Federer.
Probably Dominic Thiem.
With Djokovic.
You know, I was watching a lot of Ben Sheldon today. I think that him or Sinner. Sinner is a god as well. He is insane.
Yeah, so the pro that I'd want to play with is actually retired. They still look like they can play today. Definitely Shaquille O'Neal. You know, 7'1", monster of a dude. I could just imagine him at the net monster. I don't know if he'd have any control on the racket, but intimidating, you know, and I don't think I'd have to worry. Like I said, I don't want to mess up. I think he'd hit every shot, whether it goes in or not, you know. So Shaq's my answer. It was gonna be LeBron, but nah, Shaq's a good answer.
Who would you say is most likely to break a racket this season?
Ooh. You taking bets on this?
We could.
I'm gonna say it's gotta be it, Rocha.
Rocha.
Roger.
Gima.
Gima.
Esteban and Gabe.
Gotta be Esteban. That's gotta be my guess.
Who would you say is always the one running late?
Who's running late? Kate.
Kate?
Kate.
Okay, come on, bro. Oh shit, that's gonna be me. That's gotta be me. That's me.
It's not us. I don't know, because we were like until last semester we were. I won't say always, but most of the time we were kind of late, and coach was pretty mad at us. But I don't know. I think we always have an excuse to being late most of the time. Sometimes we're just late because we're lazy.
You know, last year, if I had to say someone that was possibly running late, given, you know, you had to chauffeur a lot of people, but one specific practice comes to mind. We did the wheelbarrow holds.
That was so bad. Who would make the best coach one day? It could be either this year or last year or the year before.
I think I would be a great coach because I know how to interact with people. I'm really friendly, but if I wouldn't say me, I would say Jaime.
Jaime.
Well, even if he left, I'm mentioning him because he had really good tips to improve playing tennis. Even in practice or in the middle of the match, he could help you a lot. Even if you were losing a match, you get some feedback from him and you would immediately play better.
Jaime was also great too, but he's gone, so sad.
But if it wasn't him, maybe Miguel.
Miguel. He's not the most outspoken person, but if you're trying to learn technique or if you're trying to just learn how to play the game, I think he's one of the most talented people on our roster. So I think that people can learn a lot from him. And yeah, and he knows how to play doubles and singles, and he's very good at both. And there's just a lot to his game that I think a lot of people could learn from.
I feel like I could be a pretty good coach. It's it might be a bit egotistical or arrogant, but I feel like I'd be good at like one-on-one coaching to make sure that, you know, it's a serious player that I'm coaching, a person who wants to play tennis and knows about tennis. But if we're talking more so like recreational tennis with, you know, kids and adults who are just having fun, I think Gima might be the one. He's very good at tennis. He can give good insights to people, and he's a lot more social than I am, so I think he'd be good at that.
Number one, I'll say Esteban, just because I think he's wanting to get into coaching anyway. I'm like, I think you believe in him.
I think Rocha is a good coach. If you want him to be, like, you want lessons from Rocha, I think you'd be pretty good.
And then you, Mark. I think you'd be a great tennis coach.
Me?
Yeah, you'd be a great tennis coach. Mark, I think you'd be a great coach.
I don't know.
Not tennis, maybe like cheerleading or something.
Oh, yeah.
Kidding.
Okay. Who would you say is your best friend on the court?
Probably Shingai. Known him the longest, and we're probably gonna play doubles this year together. So yeah, he's a pretty chill guy. We have some common interests, you know, movie, series. Yeah, pretty cool guy.
I wouldn't say that I have a best friend on the team or the court, but I think we're all, like someone else said, we're all brothers, and we're just very, very closely knit together group of people. And however, I would say that I do, outside of tennis, I think I hang out with Gima and Rocha and Cisas more, but I consider everyone my family on the team, so yeah.
On the court, I would say Gima because he's my doubles partner and we played the whole last season together, so I think I know him pretty well.
I would say either Rocha or Cisas. But if I had to say one, I would say Rocha because he's also my roommate.
What about in previous years?
Previous
Still the
years?
same?
Maybe in my freshman year, Coco. Yeah, well, you've always been there too. Perro Blanco.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Perro Blanco.
Perro Blanco.
Yeah?
Perro Blanco, of course.
Already got this one. So that's it.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you. That didn't have a really loud dap noise, but I thank you for doing this. This is awesome.
Sure.
This is awesome.
Next time on Momentum.
Previously on Momentum.
I swear it's a good name.
It is a really good name. I really like to do both sometime in my life. Let's.
Thank you. I was holding that one in during that whole question.
Last year on St. Ambrose, St. Last year on St. Ambrose, St. Why do I keep saying St.
I'm so excited to use the simulator that you have. Why are you filming before?
Huh? B-roll.
I'm just stretching, bro.
I know, you never know what is good and not good. Yeah.
They'll go like, this is momentum.
Easily. He's big. He's
the
being
lights.
late.
Not
Okay.
again. Run.
Bloopers. Number 2.
This team is addicted to the UTR, just so you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna do serves or ours?
Our team is
Already served?
very addicted.
Bro, look at my shoe. Look at this shit. Is this a shoe that you want to capture? Don't take my. Is this going in the documentary?
Yes.
Like he came to win. This guy needs to be the number 1. He's the best.
Você parte parle português?
Close enough.
Oh, almost died.
Probably a little bit further away.
I'm good. If I get hit, it's alright.
Bro.
Was there anything else you wanted to do? Questions?
I'm the captain.